The self is a social construction. I am religious, therefore I am a religious social construction. Knowledge is essential in any construction. Therefore, my religious knowledge is part of who I am. My religious knowledge is the right religious knowledge. I believe this because I have to. I confess to Almighty God. I confess because He might be watching. He knows if I don't confess. I know if I don't confess. But sometimes, I'm not quite sure.
March 2008. It's the first day of spring, I think, or maybe the second. It's all sunny and all that. Anyway, the point of mentioning the weather is to establish that it is outside and I'm inside. The windows are bolted, so they only open about 3 inches, I presume to prevent us all getting together and deciding we've had enough of this stuffy building and leap out en masse into the sunshine. In the last hour and a half, I've read a sum total of 278 words. I've been counting them instead of reading them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it manifests the subjection of those who are subjected as the object and the objectification of those who are subjected. Yada, 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 all that. Glancing out the window, I spot this academic type with what looks like his son on a bike, fully padded up, being taught how to ride the thing. The job's not going to plan, his kid's fallen flat on his face after getting no more than 2 feet. Anyway, back to the book. It manifests the subjection of those who are perceived as the object of the blah, 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 blah. But again, I'm drawn to look outside by a resounding, "Go on, boy!" The boy's swaying, but he's kept upright for a few seconds, then crash, down he falls after a grand distance, and next time about 4 feet or so. Right, back to the book. Manifest the subjection of those who perceive, blah, blah, blah. He's doing it. 6 feet, 7 feet, then a wobble, a stagger, a shake, a quiver, and a crashes to the ground. The dad runs over, gets the boy up, dusts him off. "Stay straight," the dad says as he straddles the bike himself with his knees up round his ears in some strange parody of the boy. "Straight, like this. Don't look back at me, just keep straight." Back to the book. Manifest something or the other. The boy's back on his bike again, and a few people crowd around appalling. I want to join in, so I yell out, "Go on, you can do it. Victory is ours." I hear a few whispered shut-ups and dickheads, and I turn around to see other library users directing altogether unimpressed looks at me. I shut up, sink down in my chair, and spot the boy back on his bike, ready to start again.
There's an old joke that Woody Allen tells at the end of Annie Hall. One of my favourite jokes. And it goes something like this. I'm paraphrasing here, obviously. The guy goes to see his doctor, psychiatrist, and he says, "Doc, I've got a problem. My brother thinks he's a chicken." And the psychiatrist said, "Yeah, that really does sound like a problem. You should bring him in." And the guy says, "I would, but I need the eggs." And that, in a way, that's kind of how I feel about the whole university experience. We get given all this knowledge, told that it's life-saving, it could change the world, but we're never told how to use it. We never learn about it. It's just thrown at us. And if it's true that knowledge is power, and power corrupts, then it's kind of like giving a shotgun to a chimpanzee. It's a horribly dangerous thing to do. And we're subject to all these rules, these states of organisation that we can't really do anything about, that are just stuck there for us. Simultaneously, these bright young things that are supposed to shake up the establishment, and at the same time not supposed to shake up the status quo at all. We're supposed to be original and free thinking, but stick to the rules. And that's incredibly confusing, you know, for anyone. Real mixed signals. And yet, we keep on going through it every day for 3 years, maybe more. Because most of us just need the eggs.